Friends, today we will learn very IMP question of the DBMS. It is super key, candidate key, primary key and alternate key. What is called super key? What is called candidate key? What is called primary key? What is called alternate key? To understand these keys, we have taken a relation, a table consists of roll number, enrollment number, first name, last name, city and mobile number attributes. And I have taken some values, some record into this table. What is super key? Super key is a column or a set of columns whose value together can identify a single record uniquely in the table. Again, a super key is a column or a set of columns whose value identify a record in a table. Again, super key is a column or a set of columns whose value can identify a single record from the table. Example, only roll number column. If I give the roll number value, I can get only a single record from the table. So only the roll number can be the super key. Same way, only enrollment number, because enrollment number will also never be repeated in our table. So enrollment number will also identify a record uniquely. Same way, I said that super key is a column or a set of columns. So super key could be a set of column as well. Here I have considered roll number as well as enrollment number together is a key, single key. That key can identify a record uniquely. If I supply roll number word and enrollment numbers value, if I supply roll number value and enrollment number value, then I will get only one record from the table. So this is also a super key. Same way, if I provide roll number and first name, I can get a record uniquely from the table. So roll number and the first name can also be a super key. Same way, combination of roll number, first name and the mobile number can identify a record uniquely. Same way, only the mobile number can identify a record uniquely. So mobile number alone can also be a super key. Same way, first name, last name and the mobile number, combination of these three can identify a record uniquely. So these three together can be a super key. Same way, enrollment number and the city together can be a super key. Same way, roll number and the city together can be a super key. Same way, roll number, enrollment number and city together can identify a single record in the table. So these three combination can be a super key. So I can say that for a given table we can find out more than one super key. So I can say that for a given table we can have multiple super keys. Here for this table, these all are the super key. Roll number is super key, enrollment number is also a super key, roll number, enrollment number together is also a super key, roll number and first name together also a super key, roll number, first name, mobile number together is also a super key, mobile number alone is a super key, first name, last name, mobile number is also a super key. Same way, enrollment number and the city together identify a super key. Same way, roll number and city together identify a super key. Same way, roll number, enrollment number and city together identify me a record. So this is also a super key. So here I can say that all these are my super keys for this table. So I am identifying that by super key denoted by S. These all are my super keys. Now let's find out which one can be the candidate keys. First condition to become a candidate key is it must be a super key first. From any super key we can find out which one can be classified as a candidate key. First condition to become a candidate key is any super key for which no subset is a super key is called the candidate key. I repeat again, any super key for which no subset of it can be a super key, then that super key can be classified as a candidate key. Let's understand that. Roll number, there is no subset, so this is alone a super key, so it can be classified as a candidate key. Same way, enrollment number can also be classified as a candidate key, but let's see here. This is a super key whose subset could be only enrollment number, only roll number, could be two different subset of this, and both the subset can be a super key because only the roll number can also identify a single row. Same way, only enrollment number can identify a single row. So this is the super key whose subset cannot remain super key, but it is not possible here. So this super key cannot classified into the candidate key. Same way here, roll number and first name. The subset could be only the roll number, only the first name. But the subset only the roll number become a super key, so this cannot be classified as candidate key. Same way here, only the subset roll number can identify each record uniquely, so this key cannot be classified into the candidate key. Here, mobile number alone, there is no subset and it is a minimal set, so I can classify it using candidate key. Same way, first name, last name and mobile number. Subset of this could be only mobile number, and only a mobile number is alone enough to identify a record uniquely in the table, so this super key cannot be classified into the candidate key. Enrollment number and the city. Subset of this super key is only enrollment number, only city. Here, only enrollment number subset is sufficient to identify a record uniquely, so this super key cannot be classified into candidate key. Same way here, roll number and the city together is a super key. Subset of it is only roll number and only city. Column only roll number is sufficient to identify each record uniquely in the table, so only roll number column can remain a super key, but it is not allowed for candidate key. So this super key has a subset that can identify as a super key, that's why this super key is not a candidate key. Same way here, only roll number, same way only enrollment number can classify a record uniquely in the table, so this super key cannot be identified as a candidate key. For this table, we have three candidate key, only enrollment number, only roll number and only mobile number. For this given table, we have identified only three candidate keys. Now, let's understand what is primary key. To become a primary key, first of all, it needs to be a candidate key. It means primary key can be from candidate keys only. Here, in this table, we have three candidate keys. From these three, any one will be selected by database designer to identify a record uniquely from the table. That column or that candidate key is called primary key. Suppose database designer has selected roll number as the primary key to identify each record uniquely in the table. So roll number will become a primary key and remaining candidate keys are known as alternate key. So this is my alternate key and this will become my alternate key. Again, I repeat that for the primary key, it must be a candidate key before. It means primary key will be selected from the candidate keys. For this table, we have three candidate keys, roll number, enrollment number and the mobile. From these three candidate keys, suppose database designer choose on roll number will be the primary key to identify each record uniquely in the table. So that roll number, super key or the candidate key is called the primary key of this table. And remaining candidate keys can be known as alternate keys. Hello friends, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to press bell icon so give you more and more updated videos. Thank you very much.